Are you distracted with the multiple many things that you have to do? Is your phone taking up all your time, your laptops, your email, your pings, your notifications? Do you want to know what the best way for you to get things done without distraction is? Then this video is for you. Hello, my gorgeous friend. I am going into lockdown. And in today's podcast, I am going to tell you why. I wrote my book, Confidence Feels Like Shit, which is sold now almost 20,000 copies in 2020. We were in lockdown. Melbourne specifically had a really bad lockdown. We were not able to leave our house. It was wild. It was the craziest thing I'd ever experienced, still till this day. And the year before, we ran 19 live events. So 19 events, and now we're in lockdown. We can't move. We can't go anywhere. And I said to my husband, I've always wanted to write a book. I have this book in me. Let's make it happen. I've done all these podcasts about the book, so you can go back and listen. There's also little chapter previews that you can listen to on the podcast. And in 6 weeks, we wrote Confidence Feels Like Shit, which is no time, like, 70,000 words, 60,000 words. I think it is 60. I feel like I poured my heart and soul into that book. I had a lot of incredible emotions and memories and experiences come through with that book. I got to meet Byron Katie and have a Zoom podcast with her. I mean, it was wild. And I didn't realize how hard it was because I was in lockdown. I couldn't do anything else. There was a excuse, right? Like for me to not be overwhelmed or distracted, there was really not much going on. And when I say there's not much going on, we still had virtual things we were doing. We started running power couples events for our women that were in our program they needed support in their relationship. We did so much. We had 2 kids in the house. We were staying at my in-laws' house. We all moved into their house with my brother-in-law, Matt. And it was the best time. I'm so happy we have that memory. But it was shit. Like, we were in Melbourne in lockdown. It was horrible. I think we had the worst lockdown in Australia. Maybe China was bad. And then we were the second worst. I laugh now, but it was horrific. And I'm sure we all have post-fucking trauma from that lockdown here in Melbourne, Australia. But I'm sharing this with you because I got a second book that's coming out. And I'm so happy and I'm so grateful and I'm so like my heart is exploding thinking about how grateful and happy I am that I get to write another book and that I get to do it with the publisher of my dreams, Penguin. I have absolutely loved working with them so far, but the crazy thing is the first round of writing, like your first 70,000 words, you do it on your own. And I didn't do my first book on my own. I am a collaborative person, but I'm also independent. So if it's all on me, it's all on me. However, it's not all on me. I'm handing in these words and then they're going to take them and we're going to build a book together. So it's been really interesting, this experience and this journey, because this year, 2024, for me was about getting my TEDx talk done. And that was full on. That was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do because it's not a normal style of talking like how I normally speak on stage. And I had to memorize it. It was like a monologue you just spit on stage. That took up a lot of my brain space. Mind you, in between there was like 7 or 8 keynotes that I was doing around Australia. And it was amazing, but it took a lot of energy. So when I started pouring myself into the book, I was like, I got 7 weeks to write 70,000 words. And I worked it out. It was like 1,500 words a day, right? Or 6-minute voice notes to myself, which equals 1,500 words. Girl, stop playing. I was like, okay, we got this. But man, it's been difficult because I have 2 kids, because I have a life, because I have a team, because I'm running my clients, I'm doing coaching calls, I'm launching programs. We have so many events. I love events. Y'all know if you watch me on social media, I love events. And then I'm still speaking. And then I'm doing this, and then I've got that. And I'm like, holy crapola. So this month, at the end of May 2024, I'm handing in my first draft of 70,000 words for this book. And as I say that, I'm like, oh, I feel the emotion come up because it's so big. I'm so grateful and it's so big. And when you write a book, you pour so much of yourself and your soul into it. And not only that, but your freaking back and your body and you're typing and you're writing and I'm speaking and I kind of write my book in speaking as well. Like I speak a lot, or I send messages to myself at 2 a.m. or when I'm in the shower with a shower wisdom. So it's a freaking labor of love, right? Like it's a lot of work. And so I handed in some sample writing today, which was exciting, but also I feel like I was naked. I'm like, here's some of my writing. Naked, right? Like it's a feeling. It's a weird feeling. But I'm going off to the woods. First of all, what you need to know about me is I'm a scaredy cat. I'm a hood bitch and I will mess your ass up in the Walmart parking lot, but I am a scaredy cat. Like I don't like being alone in the woods. I don't like being alone in my house. I don't really watch scary stuff anymore. I used to watch a lot of it as a kid, and now I am definitely like, I don't like it. Like, I don't play. Like, I don't like none of that. And my husband went to this amazing cabin in the woods to do his vision quest, his shamanic initiation. And he loved it. Like Hamish just loves being out in the woods by himself with the birds and the animals and the silence, and it's his jam. I like to be in the city with the people and the humans and the shopping centers and all the people and all the noise. I'm an extrovert, as you know. So anyway, I'm like, oh my God, I could go to that place that I got for you to go to this place. He's like, okay, but it's a bit quiet and it's the woods. And I'm like, okay. So half of me is like nervous, but obviously it's safe. So nothing bad's going to happen. And the other part of me is like, I know that I need this lockdown. And I'm sharing this with you because maybe in your life, you're distracted and there's a lot going on and you don't know how you're going to get the time. Maybe you don't have the time and you're like looking for time or looking for the perfect time or looking for a pocket or a window to do that thing that you really want to do. And you can't seem to find it. And maybe you're not in lockdown, but you need to put yourself in a lockdown. You need to lock down everything. You need to get the phone and put the phone away. You need to close your emails and your laptop. You need to fully focus on a task or whatever the thing is that you're trying to do. And I'll tell you this, I suck at it. I'm really bad at it because I'm great with all the tabs. You should see my desktop right now. I'm staring at it. It is so much going on and I'm fine with it. Some people look at it and they're like, oh my God, that stresses me out. I've got like 17,000 voicemails. I've got 28,000 emails, all the, notifications. It's a lot. And I can be with all of that, right? But sometimes life or the project or the thing that we're trying to do forces us to close off, forces us to let go of all the distractions and all the people that need you. And I know people need you. People need me as well. So I'm organizing myself to make sure that my team, my social media, my podcast, all of my shit, my coaching program, my clients, my husband, my children, sorted. It's not easy to do, but if I want to get away, which I need to, and I want to, then I got to get organized. And so I thought about this because I was like, some people message me on Instagram and they're like, how do you do this? How do you always do? You always got something happening. You're doing something. And I'm like, I don't do a lot. I know it looks like I do a lot. But because I work for myself and I have my office and I have my children and my husband and the business that we do, we run it how we want to run it. I'm not chasing my tail all the time. I'm pouring my time and my energy into shit that I want to do. It's different than when I worked a 9 to 5 and I had to go to work and I had to travel for work and I had to do this and I had to do that. This is like I get to. How exciting. I love to show up on social media. I love doing this podcast. I absolutely love writing this book. I get to do all these things. And so I want you to have a think about the thing right now in your life that is distracting you the most. Is it your phone? And it's not the phone, obviously. It's how we use the phone. We are the users, right? Like you're a user of social media. It's not social media. Facebook, I've said it before on the podcast, it's not a negative platform. It's how we use it. It's who we follow. It's how we consume the thing. So where right now are you distracted? What's taking your energy? Are you worrying about the opinion of others? Are you focused on your kid and the things that are going on for your child? Byron Katie, which y'all know I love her if you listen to the podcast, she says there's 3 businesses. There's your business, there's other people's business, and then there's God's business or the universe or science business, whatever you believe in. And she says anytime you're not in your business, you feel lonely and you feel exhausted and your energy is gone. If I'm in my kid's business, like I want to know what's up with my kid, but I can't be all up in his business because then who's in my life? Who's in my business? If I'm in God's business or nature's business, worrying about what if this happens, what if that's all shit that's out of my control. And it's going to take my energy and I'm not going to be able to have the energy or make the time. You heard what I said there? Make the time. You don't find time. Good luck finding time. Like if you find some, let me know. Can you send me some? Like save some for me, because we don't find time. We make it. You get 24 hours. Like they say, Beyonce got the same 24 hours, whatever. You make the time for the shit that's important to you. And I could sit here and be like, oh, I'm going to write a book. I really want to. I want to write a book. I want to do this. I want to do that. How many people want to do shit, but then we don't do it? It's not because you can't do it. It's because you have not allocated the time or put yourself into places where you have boundaries so that you can focus on said thing. It's not easy. Like, let me tell you, I've not had a Sunday. Like, I love Sunday with my kids and my family. We've been doing events. And then on Sundays, I bring my ass to this office, not here because this room is crazy, but across from me is my husband's office. Follow me on social media. You'll see about my Sunday writings. Like, I was in here for like 9 hours on Sunday or 8 hours on Sunday. It was morning, 10:30, and I left at 6 p.m. It was dark. The ducks were sleeping. They were gone. And I was staring at the ducks all day. It was beautiful. Had a great session of writing because that's what I got to do. Because if I want to write a book in my crazy ass life and I want to be a present mother and I want to have my coaching clients and I want to go to the gym and exercise so I feel good, right? And I want to achieve these things, I got to give something. I got to give and take. And so don't you. Whatever your life is, whatever your vision is for your life, whatever your goals are that you're trying to achieve, maybe you need to lock down. Maybe you need to lock down your phone and get away from it. Maybe you need to lock down that laptop. Like, do what you do, leave the rest at work, shut it down. I watched something the other day on Instagram where this guy said that when he started building his business and he wanted to be present with his kids, he would energetically like leave his work in the laptop. He would close the laptop, and by closing the laptop, like his work stayed in there. I'm like, you are so great. That's amazing. You could do that. I cannot do that, but or I've chosen not to do that. But I was like, I love that. Like, that's his thing. It's like laptop closes, boom, work is in there, I'm done. These are the things that we need to create for ourselves, especially in this world where we are just getting notifications 24/7, emails, pings, messages. Some of y'all got Instagram messages on your phone or Instagram notifications. Take those off. You do not need those. You do not need to know that somebody liked your post or commented some shit. If I could not live. If the bing, bing, ding, ding. Nah, I shut everything off. I shut it all off. I got in trouble for my team because I shut it off and I wasn't getting the Asana things. It's like, I don't have that shit on my phone. Come on. I'm already crazy. I'm already busy. I got enough going on in my head. So don't you probably. Maybe you're not crazy, but maybe you're busy. Maybe there's a lot happening. And so I am making the time. Don't get it twisted. I had to find a place. I had to organize the financials for that place. I had to then talk to my husband and say, babe, are you cool with these dates? Yes, we are. We organized that as a family together. That took some time because of his schedule and my schedule. Then we had to work out kids and, their soccer and the shit that they're doing and their lunches. And Hamish does not cook. He cleans. He cleans. He washes my underwear. He's amazing. But like, what are we going to eat? What are y'all going to eat? What am I going to eat? Okay, cool. Organize that, right? My team. I had to organize all my social media shit so that y'all still see me on the gram doing my thing, especially now we're building something amazing that's coming out. Oh my God, I can't wait to tell you about Queen's Table. Anyway, like there's a lot. There is a lot. You can't just pick up and go and lock yourself down. I get it. But what are the things that you need to do in your life to get you organized? What do you need to organize in order for you to have that time that you need? Now, this doesn't have to be for you writing a book. This doesn't have to be for you doing work. Maybe you're burnt out and you need some time for yourself. And you're like, I can't get away, Erica. You don't understand. Life is so crazy. I know. You won't get away. You have to find a way. You have to make that happen. Make that time. And it could literally be your kids are at school. And for those 6 or 8 hours, instead of working, you call in sick, you mental health day, or you don't work in your business and you go, I'm not doing anything today. Now, I say this going, that's not feasible for everyone. I hate when people tell me to do that. I'm like, look, you don't understand. I got a book deadline, girl. Like, got an event we running. We doing this. People don't get it. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just saying find a way to do something so that you get that time that you need. Find a way to organize your life and your schedule. Be organized. It's a system you got to run so that you can actually pay attention and create that thing that you want to create. Launch that thing, go for it. Because if not, you're going to be looking for time. And I don't know about you, but I've never found more. I don't know that there's more than 24 hours in the day, 7 days a week. That's all I know. So I have to make it. And we make it by removing the things that we need to remove in order to have this thing. And I'll tell you, if you own a business, or if you've been saving money, or if you've been someone who's thinking about the future and sacrificing the present, high five to you, because it's not easy to do that. Some of the shit that we've been doing for the last 6 years is so that in the future we have what we want to have. But that means that right now we don't get to go on vacations and do all the things that my friends that work a 9 to 5 do. But in the future, I'll be living the way that I want to be living because of the sacrifices I made today. So I just wanted to share with you that you can create this for yourself in whatever way possible. I am probably going to hate being alone in the woods. I'm not going to bring, I'm going to bring my phone, and it's going to be on emergency only my husband. Like, I hate not replying to messages. I do not like not replying to emails. I like to do it straight away. I'm like a right now person, just so I don't think about doing it later. I'm like so fast, almost reactive. I noticed that about myself recently. Like, oh, we got to reply to that. And I'm like, no, we don't. Like, chill, take a minute. You don't have to reply straight away. But I reply straight away because it gets out of my head. I do it, and then I don't have to think about doing it later. More things to do. But that's not good for your nervous system. It's not good for my nervous system. So I'm going to be in the woods in this beautiful cabin. They have a beautiful hot tub, writing, who knows how, where, when, why. I'll be walking in the woods, enjoying myself. It's a nice area. There's people around. So I'm not like in the middle of the damn woods. I would not be doing that. That is not what I'm trying to do. I'm not adventurous like that, y'all. Okay? But I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be eating. I'm going to be probably staying up till 2, 3 a.m. if I want to, because then I can sleep till whatever time. And I can just get up and just write. The whole time I'll be there is for writing. And people will go, oh my God, you got so much done. Whoa, the book was amazing. And I'll go, yes, because I did this, that, those Sundays, that sacrifice summer. I spent my summer here writing my damn TED Talk. Didn't get a tan. Girl, got a spray tan because I'm a blanquita Puerto Rican. Anyway, so just a thought that maybe you need to go into lockdown. Instead of the government putting you in lockdown, put yourself in a lockdown. And maybe that'll help you to get the shit sorted that you want to get sorted. And a lockdown could be 2 hours. It could be 3 hours of no phone, no people, no messages, you and yourself doing what you need to do. If it's a freaking meditation, then that's it. You'll be very relaxed when you come out. If it's an essay for school, been there. You need like 5 hours for an essay for school, right? Like if you got to do something, like think about these little mini lockdowns of time, these blockouts of time that you can have for yourself so you can make shit happen. I love you so much. Thank you so damn much for being here and listening to the show. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm sending you all of my love and appreciation. And I will see you next week.